Hello everyone, this is Sean. A few weeks ago, a person on one of the Facebook groups said I should do a video on my VHS collection, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So I will show you them one by one. This collection is from my childhood and teenage years mostly. Alright, so let's see what comes first. I'll go from oldest first, which is the... Oh, careful. Get everything down. So I'll get all the movies down first, and I'll show you them one by one. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. So the first VHS I got as a gift was the E.T. VHS. And as you can see, this is different from most other VHSs because it actually has a green case instead of all black. So that made it unique and collectible from the very beginning. And then I got 4 VHS episodes of the original series of Star Trek. I got the Cage, and this is the special extended edition of the Cage, as you can see here. So it's longer. It is, here we go. It is 73 minutes long instead of the normal 50 minutes or so. And of course you have original series. You can see its length here. See, normal 51 minutes. There we go. And Mirror Mirror from the original series. I think it's episode 49 or something. Well, it's 51 minutes long. There's the back. That's a scene on one of the calendars that I have. And a piece of the action, I believe that was episode 49. Again, 51 minutes long, and you can see the original air date there. Okay, so that's that one. And the next thing to show is I got the first 4 Star Trek movies on VHS. So you can see here. That was also on Christmas of '89. So you have Star Trek the Motion Picture, special longer version, 12 minutes of new footage, and you can see how it's 143 minutes long. There you go. And Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan on VHS. 113 minutes, 1982, and there's the back of the Star Trek III, Search for Spock, 105 minutes, and you can see the back there. And Star Trek IV, Voyage Home, 119 minutes, and there's the back of the card there. So those are the '89 movies, and now I'll show you the ones that I got in the '90s. So Christmas of '91, just after I'd seen Star Trek VI, I got the VHS of Star Trek V, Final Frontier. And in 1992, Christmas, I got the VHS of Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. So 110 minutes, final movie, 25th anniversary. Alright, and then of course I started collecting the Star Trek TNG movies. So that was the end of 1989 Christmas, and now we move on to... Alright, so Star Trek Generations is there. Special nice holographic one, probably simulating a nexus or something, or a star exploding. You can see that there. It's quite rainbowy, actually. And Star Trek First Contact. Now, I got this Christmas of '97, and it has a special holographic cover, as you can see. So you see the Borgified Picard, you see Data missing half his face, and then you turn it this way, and they look mostly normal. And there's the back. Alright, and then you have Star Trek Insurrection, so I got that during my college years. Again, another hologram. Strange. Same effect as the same rainbow effect as the Generations. Interesting. Whereas Nemesis is the only one that was released and was relatively plain looking. I mean, it has the pictures and everything, but that's about it. So there's one more thing from my teenage years. Well, actually, yeah, here we go. The original Star Wars trilogy in VHS. I got this in Christmas, my birthday in 1991, and it was the my first introduction to the Star Wars trilogy. So you lift off the cover. Now you can see I've watched it a number of times, so you can see all the scenes here, and you can see how at one time it held together, and you could see all three in their container. So you have, put it down. One second. Get the movies out in order for you. So first you have Star Wars. The wooden box is a bit damaged, that's true. It's a good thing I have another copy somewhere. Not sure exactly where it is, but I do have another copy of all the Star Wars on VHS. And of course I have them all on DVD. I might be able to tape the cover together. And Empire Strikes Back. Kept that in good shape. Like really good shape. Even though it's my favorite movie and I've watched it more than I have Star Wars. And Return of the Jedi. There we go. There you are. Okay, so I'm going to put that back together and show you the prequel trilogy VHS. Alright, I'm back. So, you have the Star Wars Special Edition that was released in '97. So that's good. That's good. You see here. That's with the extra changes. And of course you have the Return of the Jedi Special Edition, which my parents took me to see in the spring of 1997 in theaters when the Hale-Bopp comet was in the sky. Anyone who's in their 30s or 40s will remember that. Alright. And then of course, I think it was summer of 2000 or Christmas of '99, I got Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace on VHS. Haven't watched it many times, that's why the tape is in really good shape after 20 years. And the last Star Wars movie that was released on VHS was Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. You can see the back here. Episode 3 wasn't released on VHS, which is why it became my very first ever DVD, the 2-disc special edition. And I still have it, and after 16 years, it still works perfectly. And of course, also in Christmas of 2000, I got the Rock, the People's Champ, VHS. If you wanted to adapt his catchphrase, you could say it's the most electrifying video in all of sports entertainment. In fact, I think he says that somewhere. Yeah, there it is. There we go. He actually says it. Most electrifying video. And of course, you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. You can see it here. And #2, Secret of the Ooze. You can tell how yellowed it is, probably because it was in the sun too long. But, hey, that proves accuracy, I guess. And of course, also in Christmas of '91, the same year I got Star Trek V, I got the VHS of Hook, the Robin Williams movie, with Dustin Hoffman. And, of course, VHS of the first Back to the Future movie with Michael J. Fox. There's a couple more VHS collections, a few more movies. I'll get them out and I'll be right back. Alright, so a movie I first saw on VHS back in the late 80s, I believe it was. If I can get the price tag off, try to get it off, be right back. So these are VHSs I picked up for nostalgia purposes. So you have the Top Gun VHS. You can see it there. Should say 1987. Okay, that makes sense. They usually release VHS about a year after the movie came out in theaters. The first Kevin Costner movie I saw, the political thriller No Way Out. And Hunt for Red October with Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin. Dirty Dancing, which I first saw in early '88 on VHS. And, of course, the other Patrick Swayze movie, Ghost, which you can see here. So that is all for my movie VHS collection. The rest of it are pretty well Star Trek episodes that I taped off the TV, and Star Wars, and of course my college graduation video, and my very first VHS tape from 1985 that my mom taped for me. So I'm going to show you that briefly. All right, so on that very first tape from 1985, my mom taped Disney Mother's Day, Fraggle Rock. You remember that 80s cartoon? The Wizard of Oz, first time I ever saw it. She taped Disneyland's 30th because John Lennon's son was in it. And then she taped me 2 episodes of Herbie the Love Bug, the 1982 miniseries. So my very first VHS tape from 1985, and I've made sure to take the best care I can of it because it's now 37 years old and it was my very first tape. Oh, and one more thing. I think I recognize it. Here we go. Before I got the VHS tapes separately of the movies, my mom had taped Star Trek 3 for me, but again, I got the VHS tape, which is more expanded in a scope. Yeah. So that's all for the VHS collection. Now that you've seen it all, I've put it all on the floor here, so I'm going to put it back on the shelf and show you what it looks like properly displayed. So I'll be right back. All right. So you can see how I've got the Star Trek episodes, special editions of Star Wars, Hook, Back to the Future. It's the original Star Wars trilogy there. Actually, I can switch it around once. Actually, I realize the other side is just as bare. E.T., first 2 prequel movies, Rock, Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the first 10 Star Trek movies, which fit perfectly on that shelf. And I wanted to put them on the lower shelf so if one fell down, it wouldn't fall far and wouldn't damage the tape. So that's the end of my VHS collection video. And as a preview, I'll show you what collection video I'll do next. As you can see here, this is my DVD collection of movies, anyway. It's all arranged. This is the unwatched section. This is the watched part of the watched section, most of it in alphabetical order, roughly. Both levels. So I guess that's A through G. This is H, goes all the way into S. S continues here. And then it goes into T down there. And here is my mostly alphabetical TV series collection. So it goes into the B's and C's here. And there's C and D. All the way, I guess, to E by the back side, because it's 2 levels deep. F to M, and then all of Star Trek down here, Enterprise, Original Series, Next Generation, DS9, Voyager's behind it. And of course, as you can see up here, I've got Back to the Future. I've got my autographed by Elijah Wood Lord of the Rings Extended Edition DVD set, and my 6 set VHS collection, the original movies, with the first 5 each making up a slice of the Enterprise. And over here I've got the DVDs of the Avengers, all of them. James Bond behind that. I have the 10 DVD set, special collection edition of the Star Trek movies. And if you look back behind it, one second, you will see my Star Wars collection, mix of Blu-ray and DVD, and of course the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. And of course down here is my entire Blu-ray specific collection, mostly Blu-ray and DVD combined. So I'll go into that in more detail later. So that was basically a overview of my VHS collection and a preview of my DVD collection. I'll probably go into that more in detail later. So talk to y'all later, and hope you had a good weekend. Bye-bye. Stay tuned Wednesday for Toy Room Evolution 2022.